I literally think that certain kinds of intelligence pervade the universe, from simple particles all the way up. It's pretty ubiquitous in nature, and including in the inorganic world.
Animals are doing much more than we could ever imagine.
And we have different pinnacles of intelligence at different places.
We don't quite get how smart plants are. It has to do with both their intelligence and our lack of skills in appreciating their smarts.
We can use new materials and technologies now to do things that we couldn't do before.
And now we're finally able to have the body of data and the capabilities to take that seriously and to develop a completely new framework for how minds come into being in this world.
The octopus is literally as close as you can be to the antipodes of human beings in both phylogeny and behavior. The octopuses are asocial. They don't live in communities. They don't participate in communities. They are curious. They are capable of solving extremely complicated puzzles. They learn a lot of things by themselves in the wild.
If we remove their shelter and give them other objects, how might they use that in creating a new shelter?
Octopus immediately starts putting this here, this there, trying to rearrange the environment. And this manipulation of the environment is a fundamental component of the definition of intelligence.
As a scientist, I love exploring intelligence in other animals because other animals can come up with ways of surviving and thriving in the world that's completely different than us.
Plants are constantly updating and changing on the fly the way they deal with both resources and the way they interact with forms of life, animals, fungi around. You don't need neural tissue to speak of information flow and apply cognitive science. Plants must have their own personality. If responses were pre-programmed, they wouldn't exhibit all the flexibility in their behaviors that we know they exhibit. And I keep missing it because I don't quite learn their language. We need to learn how to resonate with them, scientifically speaking.
Pretty much every medical issue except for infectious disease would go away if we knew how to communicate to a group of cells what they should build. And so in my lab, we deal a lot with the way that collective intelligences of cells, so this is embryos and organs and so on, how the collective intelligence of cells is able to solve different problems. What I'm interested in is this spectrum. It's a continuum from extremely simple active matter on the left side all the way through various different kinds of minds, different kinds of cognitive systems, all the way to humans and whatever is past that on the right-hand side. For any given system, whether it's biological or engineered or whatever, the answer to where it fits on that continuum is an empirical experimental question. And so the question of how much intelligence there is in any given system is not to be decided by philosophical debates about how things have to be, but actually by making hypotheses and doing experiments. I think this is what the field of diverse intelligence is going to do. Really develop a science of being able to recognize, predict, interact with, and then of course create as well, multi-scale cognitive systems.
Quite surprising how much computational power can be packed within a single cell.
It all hinges on being able to recognize and communicate with unconventional minds in the world around us.